Hello and welcome back to the fifth part of the sock tutorial. My name is Tina. I hope you're having a lovely day. We have, in the last video, we have turned the heel of the sock, and so now you should be ready to be picking up the stitches around so we can carry that sock down onto the foot. So we are going to be picking up 14 stitches for the small size, 16 stitches for the middle size and 18 stitches along the heel flap edge. You will need 2 stitch markers for this next part, so I suggest if you haven't got those with you, if you just stop the video for the moment and go and get your stitch markers. Okay, so we are going to pick up and knit, for my size it's 16 stitches along the heel flap edge. So along this edge where you've made the heel flap at the top, your yarn is here at the end, so we're going to pick up and knit 16 stitches. So what I like to do to make sure that I get 16, I sort of think like half is 8, another half is 4, so I can see there sort of where my stitches are, what I've got to be picking up, and you're just going to be just picking up those stitches there. I hope that's clear for you. So see where it nobbles up, just pick up those stitches there. Once again, it's quite fiddly. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I am 2 less than I should be. So what I shall do, oh, I've got one there already. Oh no, that was my stitch. So I've got 14, so what I will be doing is picking up 2 more as I go along to give me the 16. So if you don't get them all, then what I usually do is just look for any gaps. See, that's got a bit more of a gap, so I should probably put one in at the front and then one in just to pick up there to make my 16. So then you've picked them up onto that needle, so then we need to just go along and knit them up. So I'm going to take an extra one there. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick up another one there because there was a little gap. 4, 5, 6. You might notice I'm turning these round because they're not picked up in the right way. They're not the right size. So I'm just turning them round. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was I there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, they can be a little bit tight, these stitches. So that is my 16, and then it says pick up one additional stitch close to the gap. So where this gap is, we want to pick up an additional stitch and then place our marker on there. And then we need to go across all these other stitches. So we're just going to go across, all the way across. This is the front that you stop stitching on. So this is us including that back into our sock knitting now. So just doing knit stitches all the way across. If you have any problems or questions, please write them in the comments and get in touch with me. I'm always happy to help you in any way I can. And if I can't explain it very well, I can either put it in my next video, or I can find another video on YouTube to help explain what I mean. I'm not a trained teacher, so if it doesn't make sense to you, it's what I'm saying, it's not you. So yeah, don't give up. We will teach you how to do it. It's not a problem. So we've just knit to the end of that row of knit stitches across the front of the sock. We need to put another stitch marker on there. And then we're going to pick up another one to close that gap before we go back down along the heel stitches. So we just pick up and do a knit stitch to make another stitch there after that marker, and then we're going to pick up another 16 stitches down here. So I'm going to put them, oops, so my halfway is about where those yellow and red is, so that's 8, so I need to have 4 there, just giving me a guide on how many stitches I need to pick up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. I must admit this is very fiddly, it's not my favourite job. But it needs to happen, I'm afraid. Deep concentration. Am I ruining your deep concentration? Right, so how many have I got? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Remember, you've got one extra stitch there after that marker. 13. 14. 15. 16. Right, so that's my 16. So that should be all your stitches picked up. So if you have a small size, it should be 74. If you have medium size, it's 84. And if you have the large size sock you're knitting, it's 94. So if you have a little count up, if you've got more stitches, then we can make them disappear by just knitting. If you've only got 1 or 2 stitches wrong, we can lose them along the way by just knitting them together discreetly. If you've got more than that, don't worry about it, because we will get back down to what it should be. If you've got a lot more than that, I suggest you do go through that again and find out where you have got too many stitches. But I very much doubt it. I think if you have made a mistake, it's only going to be 1 or 2 out. And if it is, don't worry about it, because it literally will come out, and we will just do another decrease row at the end until you have the right number of stitches. It's not going to make a big difference, 1 or 2 stitches in the sock size. So don't worry about that. So I'm going to end this video here, because as you know, I do have trouble if it goes over half an hour, because I want the gusset video to be all in one go. So thank you for joining me today, and I shall see you again for the next one to do the gusset, which is the final part of the heel turn. So thank you for joining me. Good luck. I hope you're having fun. It is quite tricky and seems quite a lot to learn, but it does get easier. It's not easier for me at the moment because I'm trying to teach you and sort of do it round the camera. So it is a bit more difficult than it usually is for me, but I hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye.